What's up? What's up, my crew? We are now here in the Big Blue podcast. I really have to work on my introduction. I don't have it memorized.
That's all right. You're good.
But we getting there. We're getting there. I do know that this is episode 15, and my name is Big Blue. This is the Big Blue podcast, and today we got a special guest, Bigg Zee.
Hey, how you doing? B-I-double-G, Z-double-E, otherwise known as Bigg Zee. It's a pleasure to be here. Hey, how y'all doing?
So good. He said that just before we started the video. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hey, man, that's what I mean. The title is what brings you into it. People introduction, man. Once you get your thing, stick to it. Just lock it in, you know? You need a Big Lou one, right? Just a Big Lou. Yes, bro. Yes.
No, but that's I think what yours is almost more magnetic. It's quick, but it pulls you in. Mine is like a chant. I need something similar to that too. My ooh's different.
I mean, like, it's your mark, and then it's what you say after that. I always say it's the words that you say after, because like you grab their attention.
Yeah, it's
no. What's the attention for? You know what I mean? Like if you just be like, big woo, all right, let's get back to the stage. And then, you know,
like you killed yourself.
But like you gotta have that next step. All right, I'm Big Blue. This is what I do. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's the performance thing. I think my biggest thing was always performance. Like that's my favorite thing about music. My favorite thing to do. I worked on it hard.
Yeah,
because it's like just
showmanship.
there's no other energy like it, man. Even there's 10 people in a room or 100 people, they're all vibing with it. You feel it.
It's an energy that you create and then they amplify back to you. That's the feeling that you feel it. It's actually a feeling.
And like really connecting to those people. You may not even ever met them in your life, but you feel that in that moment.
Yeah, it's special. So on the Big Blue podcast, we talk about the independent artist journey. We're both independent artists, and we both have a lot of different kinds of history. We haven't yet collaborated on a song. This is something that we've discussed loosely here and there. You know what I'm saying? And probably gonna happen one day.
For sure.
But it's gonna happen.
And that's what it is.
I actually really love your song, "Lean on Me."
I really want to do more like that.
Yeah, shit is fine.
Thank you, appreciate it. It's that dance hall with a little bit of like flavor. You know, it needs a story with that little bit of dance.
Yeah. Did you sample it? Like, how did you get that beat?
So, I was doing camps with. He uses this website where he buys all the beats. He lets all the kids like, these are for you guys. Pick what you can. Go at it. And then he was like, "We need you as a prime example. You know what you're doing. Figure out the story, beginning, middle. Choose a beat. Here it is." As soon as I heard the beat, I already had the hook in it. I don't know who the singer is. Shout out Jija. Whoever they put on that hook was amazing. From there, then it just blossomed. And the process happened. Did I lie? Did how that went? And then it kept continuing to snowball. I definitely want to do more with I don't know if you saw live.
Yeah, I did. Right? I was gonna ask you about that too.
Haifa, I met her when I was like, she was at one of the first rap too, and we were like good friends. Then over time, she moved to LA and did her thing with music, and she's an amazing singer.
Cool.
And
she was the vocalist in your video.
Yeah. So like a lot of comments I've seen is like they wanted us more collaboration together. Was because we've had energy. That was just the stuff we've done. We both music and both followed passion. Or went down to LA. She moved out there. So it was just like when we came back, I think it was like 10 years since we came back. Like it was just
She's been out there that long?
Oh yeah. I didn't even know where she went. I was just, "Oh, cool, you're gone." And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm doing all this stuff." You know, I'd love to see that she was successful with it because not a lot of us kept at it, right? Not a lot of people stick with the music. One of the ones that did. And as soon as we connected, put us in the room, we're like, "You know what to do? You know what to do?" That's it. Like it was like instant, like, cool. All right, we got this. You learned the hook, had it up there.
Tell us a little bit about how you were like planning all of the different moving pieces, because have you performed with a live band like that before?
Never. That was huge. And
so what did you have to like?
Shout out Nason and Kareem. So they Screamed, asked me if I wanted to film some stuff. We have a live band and we had the studio free. Of course, I'd love to make some content. I love to make
Huge.
music. Let's just do it. Um, and then of course that song came up. I think we did 3 songs that. So expect some more. More coming. um, but yeah, like that one was just like Ethan, we have a whole tape together and he was the drummer. Chandler was the bassist and like they orchestrated the band and then once I started playing the song, it was like they were so in tune with their instrument. Heard a few notes, they started playing, and it was instant. And all right, turn the beat off. They're the beat now, and it was like,
So they
oh,
didn't rehearse ahead of time. They learned it
they learned it
then.
there. And same with Haifa. She wrote the lyrics down, put them up on the wall, and she was
Got you.
reading them as she was saying. Is
Got you.
impressive, bro. Like
Cool.
these people in this room were so in tune with the
Yeah.
sound.
Type musician.
Instant.
Cool.
I was like mind bugged,
Professionals.
right? Because
Yeah.
like like I think of myself as good at my craft.
Yeah.
I think of myself like I edged my sword to a point that I think it's sharp enough to swing, But
He's bringing out.
oh yeah, man. But seeing like-minded people knowing they're doing it better than me, maybe it's just me wanting to grow.
Yeah.
Maybe I just want to
Yeah.
be more. Right?
Yeah. But don't
But
undermine yourself either.
right,
You
like
also are super talented, like you were saying.
100%.
But they might be intimidated by you being there.
And that's the thing was
Yeah.
everybody did, and I
Yeah.
thought that was action because none of it was really like planned. It was bring these people together. They will come. Like you tell them this is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
They will come. Everybody. I met a lot of beautiful people. They like energy, their money, where they came from. There's this older hip hop cat. I think from New York lady. She was saying her she was and her power was off, and there all this stuff happening in her life, and she's somewhere in Canada, like singing for the camera, and I'm just like, man, the heart you have to do that, and like you're going
Yeah.
through this situation, and then you come here and you're,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta remember her name. I feel so disrespectful not remembering her. Like I think it was Yvonne, but I don't wanna
Yeah.
miscalculate that.
Yeah.
But that just to
When it
see
pops
that,
up, we'll edit it
yeah, there you
in.
go. That's proper. So like just the understanding of there were so many people from different walks, different situations, states. I think Nissan said he like had some based out of Australia and LA too, so he was everywhere doing stuff. All these people came out of nowhere, and like I think that's the thing that keeps doing music is like everything that's happened has been
Yeah.
nothing that I've planned has gone well.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But
That's
everything that I've just done on the fly,
yeah.
it's
Trusting in it. Yeah.
yeah, like
Cool.
I've done so many like, hey, pack your bag, we're going to this town. All right,
Cool.
let's do it. Then it becomes one of the best hip hop nights.
Well,
Like takes taking those risks.
yeah, you
Right?
got to sometimes.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're sleeping in the car overnight and you're trying to figure it out. But
Part of the story.
it happens. Yeah, exactly. It's part
Yeah.
of the journey.
Question about the lyrical content. I found it poetic but vulnerable. I've listened to other songs of yours as well, and I didn't feel that vulnerability. Not that I'm always looking for that.
Yeah.
But did you find it kind of miss sharing?
Um, it's something that I've looking for. Why I haven't released any music on it there. My thing is that like for example, I have this song with phenomenal song. Shout out Smooth. King Cruff actually engineered that Smooth videos. First
Cool.
time I met Cruff. And like it was like one of my favorite songs ever since I've had it. Um, because it explained my life at that. I think why the song was so important, Lean on Me, was because I was I wasn't talking about it from a outside perspective, talking about what homies are doing in it, living it. Somehow I had a blessing to be at a camp where they don't know how that all correlated at the same time, but that's been the biggest thing is felt like Lane's time. So that's where that raw energy came from. Did it me hoping for a better future? I wasn't living that at that time. So I think that's where that came from. Whereas like for now, like I can even say that now. Like I perform whip or like no, I think Power Trails is more, but there's certain songs that even when I perform it now, I
Mm.
don't think the body of art is so beautiful. I think the talent that got that song out was great, but I'm not there mentally. I'm not spiritually. Like I think different mindset than I did, and everything I talked about was I was living it. And I think it's kind of like how what do they call them, method actors?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like for me, like it wasn't like I was
Method acting in terms of like fully encompassing when you're not.
yeah,
Like
and
it's
like
true.
and it's like that was like kind of my encapsulation of it. Um and I bring up Wet because a good friend of mine, shout out J Rebel. He's a breakdancing juggernaut. He's from Jane and Finch, one of the original B boys. Um he straight up asked me, "Why do you have this with all the drugs and how do you promote serious like work with the youth and you do all these things? Why are you promoting that?" Understand that this is like a mirror of what living. Who else is going? Dan that got you to a point. Oh, that's why you felt that way because you know it's in her because you know where you pictured it. And when looked at it like that, him saying that, me getting that thought, that seed planted in my head, like, hey, really, what you want to do, kind of thing.
Uh,
Um, yeah, like because I love the fact that I can could be told, period. But if I don't do it, who's gonna?
Absolutely, and I would have taken sense. One thing to like not feel sound or still a part of you, and there's a lot of other people probably. So if they can actually past it, the amount of I think is so.
Right.
Like I'm not saying perform it for sure, but I hear some of the things that you heard and how your mom was there for you to on things gradually change, support structure on completely trans story itself. It's powerful.
Speaking into existence, right? And like that,
You're doing
I
it.
think that's a big thing. Is at the time I wasn't living that positive. Didn't know how it was gonna happen.
You know what it means for 15 to hear that? Even me, 23, 24, no identity but my stuck between trying to find. That's how actually I began. I heard different. Fuck it, these these rapper dudes, random, big, small hip hop artists, they're fucking telling us exactly how they're doing stories. Not just a song, life lesson. And that's what began to trigger me. I became a at 28 years old. So
So
like, don't underestimate.
that is, and just wow, that's interesting to me. Um, so you already like set yourself up to want to come from like college perspective. You already heard that from hip hop.
I was doing motivational, kind of getting to build, and
Okay.
I pivoted out into
Interesting.
music.
See, and that's why I wanted you to meet Kareem before. He actually moved up. So
Oh, really?
yeah, he's out in the Caribbean right now. He's
Cool.
trying,
Good for
yeah,
him.
yeah, man. He's living
Smart
life.
man.
Oh, yep, for sure. But what do you call it? So that was like a big part of what I do there was, and just I didn't think it was doing anything positive, me telling my story because it didn't me, but there was a shift from that, and like one of the last things we over at we did music theory there, college to do it, and like there I camped through university, and I was just like, wow, like I'm like, these people want to hear from me. I'm like, that boggled my brain. I'm like, oh, you're learning from my experience.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know how to take it because I'm like, I'm being analyzed, not analyzed. I guess I'm so used to being analyzed. Books, orientation. I
Yeah.
don't get
Yeah. I did.
analyzed for my art. I don't know. I thought that was a cool thing to me. Schooling. It was college.
Yeah.
Using my art as
Yeah.
I thought it was an interesting.
Special.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, you've been putting in the. How long you been doing music?
Internet.
I'm pretty sure one of the first performances, one of the earlier performances, maybe just before COVID, or no, I lied. Maybe just before or
Maybe
after, 'cause that's when I started kind of integrating into. I came across one of your.
was that
I've been seeing you.
at the London shows or
Yeah.
it
Was there one at not Oldies?
um I did the Outlaw show. Like Cairo brought me, and that was where I met a lot of like artists. Well, not new, just ones that I haven't met before.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that was the first night that me, Cameron James actually had a good. And
Cool.
I don't know Cameron James. Like
Yeah, he's
he's
out
been
here
putting
working
on a
too.
lot, and like just learning how he operated with. It gave me a new aspect on how to do it, and like made a good insight on the. Again, that elevated a lot of things I
It
do.
goes a long
Right?
way.
News, radio, music, everything I do now.
You have any shows coming up?
No, I am off music.
Okay, got you.
I want to. I want to have the big plan in the world, but I got a plan for an album, and I want to get it all organized. Wait on anything, all body, sound, content for the online.
Right.
I want that all organized.
So by
So
off music, you not public.
yeah, and like
Okay.
even then, like I don't even want to be in the studio until my thoughts was like I just everything to be care of. So I think that was that I started doing focus on business. You know,
Wait, are you gonna do that now? You're gonna be
um, well, if a grant went through, I wouldn't have to. Because
on Arts Council?
then I just focus on. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Um, but because like I already have a couple of beats up written. Um, I already have a studio that's willing to work with me. So
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to like. There's been so many times where I've just like pieced together. Like I remember I did a song with my buddy the GI from North Carolina. Um, and it was like so last minute that like couldn't find a graphic designer. So then he's like throwing an AI prompt, and we just put it as like a picture to throw up on
Yeah,
Spotify.
just for the sake of having something.
It was like instant.
Right.
Like I want to like plan it out to release the bot.
Okay, got you. Got
Right?
you. So it's just like, what can you tell us about the album? Is it conceptual? Is it what kind of body of work?
It'll show you the think, and I will post up my album. Album got stream sniped. I don't know why. Apparently, my song and DistroKid doesn't like that, so
Can't get it.
can't get attention. But no, what do you call it? So it got stream sniped. I got all the information for it, so I can post it back. Thinking I'll do that after the second one. Just to show the example, more people, full body of work, what what I represented then, and how far.
Cool.
I generally gotta ask. This might come out of left field for me, but like I was curious, like think about people using AI.
AI in music.
I don't mean like just because there's a lot, like I don't mean like the songs and like AI are up for, but I mean like people that are willing.
As a tool, I think it um various degrees of
Right,
uh
because like it can go all the way from enhancement on the production to tips on how to write your bars. Like there's so many levels.
to writing the bars, to writing the melodies, and it tells you how
Yeah,
to sing it.
right.
You know, if you want, you can even sing it and then have a different voice completely. So it doesn't even have to sound like you create an image
Crazy
like
thought process.
character. So like I explore AI in terms of collaborating, but I haven't used those things.
Creation.
Production, creation.
Yeah.
I've done Google searches, for example, like, hey, what kinds of three word or words, three syllables rhyme with whatever. So like I can piece it together, and then I do the rest of the building. Uh, has that prompt thing. Am I using AI? Yes, I suppose. Um, but that's not. I'm not writing verses, doing
Right.
things with it, complementing. I'm sitting in a room with you, and like, oh well, this word tricycle rhymes with bicycle. So like, there's an element of songwriting that's still there. But yes,
I,
AI.
I was just gonna say, I really push for if it's used as a tool, interviews, I think that's a good route because it's here now.
It's
Like
here.
it to a point where
You
it's
can't
like,
undo it, and if you
right,
don't use it, you're going to well, you're not gonna compete. If the business, you're not gonna compete.
but using it for how would I act? I suppose I'm not sure because like I don't even know how to navigate, but I see can be beauty. It's just like anything. There can be beauty. Give example. There's this one thing a producer, Lala. It separates it all free.
Stems. Oh wow, yeah.
So like like that's
Yeah.
I'm not a whiz with engineering.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if there's something that can make that easier, cool.
But engineers now are gonna be mad.
Truth. But some of them like it more because now when you come in and you're like, hey, I got a beat, but then it's all
They can just do
muddy.
it, yeah. Yeah,
Now
they
they
can
can just
separate and clean. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
That's the reality of it. And as independent artists, do it yourself individuals, it's fucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm the first person to support other artists here and there when I can, how I can. But if I'm able to save cost and reinvest in my art in different ways, I'm gonna explore the opportunity. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Like if it's maybe even there's AI mastering now, and I'm going to explore that because like if I have the opportunity to spend 30 minutes flipping through a couple of maybe 12 different mastered versions of my song and I get to choose it and I don't have to go back and forth. I'm gonna do that.
Yep, I get that.
And some engineers are probably gonna look for just random vocals that they can just type up and they don't need to hire the performer anymore. You know, it's gonna go both ways. So if you can increase your skill set, it's a toolbox, you're gonna succeed.
Okay, okay, I see that. Um, would you ever work with an AI?
I don't like that.
No.
I actually um had a project that someone was working on and he paired an AI song to it. Granted, the song sounded decent and the message was great. I asked him to redo it. I was like, I can't, I'm not comfortable using an AI. As a musician, my guy,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
but for some clients, they love it. You know what I'm
Interesting to me.
saying?
Wow.
And you're not getting the job to make that song for the client because my guy just typed in 3 seconds. I want this for. Is he wrong for using that? No.
That's wow. That's
But I
an
didn't want to use it.
interesting one.
Yeah. But I didn't want to use it, so definitely I'm not going to work with an artist.
See, I think that's way too far
Yeah.
for me personally. Like I couldn't see myself doing it because I think half of the fun of making art
I
is
enjoy the person.
interacting with the
Yeah.
person, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, like where do I get the substance to my art? Right?
Yeah.
It's like off the energy,
Yeah.
like we said with the performing. I feed off energy of other people that they me. So there's nothing turning the gears. Yeah,
what do we do?
Like,
Yeah. I may as well just do this by myself.
Yep,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
No.
Which is also still fun. Like there's a sense of accomplishment. You're like, fucking, I wrote that shit. Even if it's not the best, I did it.
Yep,
You know?
100%. I think I think I need to listen to that more. Because I'm a big perfectionist and I think that sells me short sometimes because then I miss out some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think it's not that good.
Yeah.
And yet some of the best art that's been released in the world is off of them. You know what I mean? Like they didn't even mean to do it, and it just turned out to be big. But
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Okay, so before we jumped on this, talking about larussel, we just mentioned his name.
Yes, yes. So that's the purest form, I think, human connection. I love that. But I don't know the specifics, so if I'm wrong, someone tell me in the comments. But what do you call it? I know LaRussell did the concert thing, and I think it was like pay what you want.
Yeah.
So that way anybody could come.
Yep.
And some don't have money right now. A lot of people that need it, right?
Absolutely.
So I thought that was crazy. So focused on something, some kind of profit.
Yeah.
Enjoy this energy. Enjoy being with the community.
Even better for the artist to be to
Oh,
have full.
right. And like, oh my God, you know, you have that life now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you're gonna be like that person is gonna be riding for you. If they ever come up on some money, they're gonna be paying $1,000 next time for your
Yeah,
show
they'll
because they
remember how you
paid that
felt,
dollar that day. They might not, but they might.
but they might,
But they might,
and
and you
one or
know,
two will,
right. And
or
it's
three.
just you. But you know, I think like the beauty of it is that like not doing it for the incentive, like that he's bringing together.
You know what he's doing now? What he's campaigning for right now? Wow.
I don't know the specifics. I just saw thank you, Kyrie Irving.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, right.
My guy he's an independent artist for those who that do not know, based out of the Bay Area in California. Very, 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 very talented. He's been working, I want to say, maybe close to 20 years, and he's released, I think, maybe albums. So that's kind of why I also brought him up. Um, Commented affectionate. I want to talk a little bit. But my guy is as an independent artist, so not backed by any kind of record label, which is huge. Is on a pursuit to sell 100,000 albums in 30 days. He is also doing like a tour right now where he's campaigning for this. I think I checked today. I purchased the album. Like I'm saying, supporting independent artists, you know? So like I'm actually doing it and I know you actually do it too, but like
Yeah.
actually do it for those of you out here, please. It goes a long way.
100%.
You don't got to go to Walmart all the time, you know, like Amazon. Not, you don't got to go to those places all.
You know what? A big thing I'll say right now. If you have an artist friend, send them like I shit. You don't have to show up to the shows
Yeah.
even. You don't have to spend $1 to
Comment
share a
on the
like
video.
because that shares traction and will get it to someone that might pay for a ticket. Hoarding is just it's the free thing you
It's the
can
free
do for
thing.
your home.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's one thing that you can do. I've always tried to show at least that. Nothing else. I try and show a share. Like I know how far that'll go. You
Yeah.
know, like I said, everything that's happened to me has been spontaneous. Wouldn't have gotten indoors that I've gotten into without just taking a little leap or
Yeah.
having a certain person see my stuff. You know, like so that's
You never know.
exactly.
Yeah, you never know.
So it's support your friends, support your homies. Maybe that one like might be the one to get the algorithm right. You
You
know,
never know. You
never
never
know.
know. But my guy, he's so 13 days in, and I'm pretty sure he's over 12,000 albums sold.
Woo!
So he's on track.
Let's
Right. He's
go.
working.
Okay.
And similar to his show model or his concert model where he invited people to pay what they can,
Mhm.
he's also done it with his album. And so Kyrie Irving, I don't know, is a basketball player, NBA All Star. He paid $11,000 for an album. Snoop Dogg paid $2,500, a couple of $1,000. Um, and so, and obviously, some people are paying $10.
Yep.
You know, whatever. It's there in between. But the day after Russell received that payment from Kyrie Irving, which is through this platform called Eve. If you're an independent artist, check it out. Eve will allow you to sell music directly to consumers, get paid out within 20. So there's more, a little bit more to it. I recently just signed up, and I have my first song on it on the 9th. So I'm experimenting with. I don't have that much experience with it, but LaRussell received an $11,000 payment through it, received it the next day, and then donated $11,000 or $11,001 to his community to like pay for rent, pay for like buying food, groceries, whatever.
That's love that. I'm like
Isn't that crazy?
that's like just the goal,
That's
man. Like
beautiful.
that's what it's about.
Yeah, yeah. So he's out here like redefining hip hop, redefining the music in is
Yeah.
bigger than hip hop because other genres can have that kind of influence out
Uh,
doing it.
I think, and you know, I was gonna say this. A lot of people think that hip hop is dying, I personally think I don't know about the dying part. It's an amazing time to be
Yeah,
because I think let's just say okay, those forms of art are dying. I truly believe that this because music is
I think it's melting. I
more
think,
more more rappers become singers,
yeah,
or singers are dipping into rapping. More
they're
are
morphing. Yeah,
yeah, more like I one of my managers at my other job showed me Ed Sheeran and like huh?
yeah.
And I was
Imagine, right?
yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
whoa! I'm
yeah,
like, wait, hold on. I'm like, Ed
yeah.
Sheeran's out here spitting bars. I'm like,
Genre blending heavy.
but you know, like it's just like I think for me personally, I think it's a beautiful time because through hip hop, I noticed the artists that do some good work stay relevant. The ones that come from the
Yeah,
like a majority of artists nowadays don't know what their parents were listening to, grandparents were, but like got that have that little oh they know who Marvin Gaye is. They know the James Browns, like Whitney Houston,
yeah.
just like
At
anybody
least familiar with it. Yeah,
familiar with a different genre of
different
music,
time too.
exactly
Yeah,
different energy,
mhm.
right? And able to
It helps.
take those elements and put it into your own sound, right? It definitely, but like from that, like that's always been a part of hip hop, taking elements from different. Now to the point hip hop is coming into different. That's becoming
It's almost so dominant that integrated. But
exactly.
also at the same time, I'm not gonna act like a hip hop head because I my
That's okay. They're here with us.
they're here with us,
They're the crew, man. The crew.
but I do want to think that hip hop, for a bit at least, took a turn in negative into like emphasizing gangster lifestyle as prevalent and as the predominant form of hip hop,
Hmm.
and that inspired a whole other generation to adopt that lifestyle, even if they weren't necessarily quote unquote gangster.
Right, right.
When that's not necessarily where hip hop came from. Hip hop took a turn. It was very clean. It was very influential, positive, similar to what we're seeing with larussel. So I think the content itself is still artistic and still necessary. But I think the media and record labels pushed it to a point. Maybe that's what's
That exactly. I agree with that. The one thing I've been stuck on, just getting old. Because like here's the
that's
one
fair
thing.
too.
Here's one thing that I see like I saw Simba.
That's fair
Do, you-
too.
do, you- do, you- yeah, I know.
Like,
Like
shit.
yeah, bro. Like we gotta think about that for a second. We're 30s almost.
Almost. I'm 34, brother.
Oh shit. Goddamn.
Shit.
Yeah. What was I gonna say
Simba.
before reminding us that we're born in the late 1900s? Who do you want to work with in the future?
um, I think hope to work with. Well, I'm not gonna say, but he's. I would need to go for I think that feature makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, I would also really like to. I think it'd be Connor Price, closer to Toronto actually. Um, did the Spin the Globe series on
True.
his wife is a
Okay.
hard to just.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Like that's a
I suppose another independent rapper that's
See, I like you going independent route because I was gonna ask that like there difference between your independent features and famous features.
yeah for sure,
Oh, there
for
is?
sure, for sure.
Okay. I want to dive into that.
We'll go into that. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the third independent rapper I would go with right now, I think, would be definitely another person to a huge body of work
Okay.
based out of Arizona.
True, I did a
Yeah.
lot of work out there.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. He moved to LA when he was younger, crushed it out there, moved like the guy, uh, got a whole bunch of record label or he manages. Uh,
I'm adding them to the playlist after this.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. What about you?
Um.
Well,
Well, I was gonna say Simba. I really enjoy honesty. Like he said, like lean on me. A lot of people have said honesty. I can. I know that I'm an asshole. I know I can be in a dark place, but I'm also trying to be.
yeah.
And like I appreciate someone who's open to being. Heard him have those conversations. That brings me to wanting to work. Feel
Cool.
like we'd have the same. Um, but then like going a little closer. Um, I would like to work with Shad.
Oh, dope. Yeah, he's
Um,
awesome too.
like just for the credibility of like he's the London pioneer. One of the first artists I ever saw in much music, dance around the Rose Garden was killing it,
That's
bro.
wild.
Like that was like my childhood, right? So it'd just be like a great thing from hey dude, like I was here and now we're here. It's
Yeah.
like it would be a cool experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to. And it's yeah, I'm all for it. It's just whether I have the time. But
Real.
I know the boys are gonna be there. Apparently, Tribe is opening for them,
That's
so
cool.
it's local support. Which I even say that one of the local artists that I want to work with are independent. Dakota. We had a song together, and
Okay, gotcha.
and ever since then, I've just been like, nah, we need another verse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
nah, we need another verse.
Got you.
We
Got
need
you.
one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna let that one go. We need
It
one more
needs
verse.
it.
Just one more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, and I think that's a big thing too, is like even now I don't listen to hip hop that is like outside of like local,
Oh, wild.
which is weird for me because I've been, you know, trying to study the art of hip hop for a long time, and then it's just like now it's like good as much, and I guess it's that energy thing because I met these people, get that, I
Yeah, I see that.
understand what they're saying, right? So it's like I feel it when they're rapping it. Maybe that's where I'm at with it, right?
Interesting. Well, then, would you say that the local down south got a sound?
I think see, when I think about it, it seems like London has a lot of just the old school roots in general. Anybody that I know that's been successful on it takes their talents from some form of the old art. Like that's where their startup came, right? Like I know there's a lot of trap rappers from London, just like there is Toronto. But like I've also seen a lot come out, some that don't rap anymore. Um, Guys that were originally hip hop heads usually stay doing it. Ones that stay in it usually end up opportunities, hey their shows. Um, but like yeah, I don't know. Like I think if you're looking for a sound that's specifically London, it's just I would say old school hip hop. I don't know, cause like
Yeah.
there's not like it's kind of like it's kind of the best way I can explain it is like the Toronto cesspool. You know, you can say there's a Toronto sound because like there's like the Toronto trap, but like there's more than trap. Like I heard some of the rawest like old school hip hop from Maestro Fresh West and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
so there's levels to it, but like I think London is in the same kind of position of like, and there's so many different cultures, so many different people, so many people connecting in the hip hop community. Like you know, I mean, like I was working with Dara for a bit, Nigerian artist with a native artist, and then like we're going our way to have like like a multicultural thing. You know, it wasn't
Mhm.
intentional. It was just like word. It sounds good together. It's like the vibes were there. Right?
Yeah.
Um,
I think I wonder now with those other bigger cities that have had an established sound, they're obviously genre mix, probably greater than us. Well.
right.
So I wonder, does that mean are they losing their sound too, or is everyone just no longer gonna quote unquote have a sound? Slash, is there a component that helps create?
uh, Definitely the ones who have the most influence. Well, see, like that's what I mean. Like Toronto's a cesspool because like people would look at Toronto's sound as like the the trap rappers, Smoke Dogs, the Presses, the NGs, whatever, right? Um, but uh, how do I explain my damn train of thought again?
But I wonder, is it the rappers
It's
or is it the producers?
definitely producers. I think it's the whole body of work that gets it there. Like for example, Atlanta has their sound. People don't know the breadcrumbs that got them there.
Yeah,
Everybody from outside the city knows Gunna and maybe and Future, but like they don't know all the old Atlanta hip hop heads that led it to that.
that
And
got them to who they are.
yeah,
Right.
some people don't even know about the Migos discovery, right?
Yeah.
And like I watched that in my generation from
Yeah.
when they were just hopping around,
I couldn't
right?
tell you.
Oh, bro, like they were filming music videos in Windsor, like yeah, like
That's
yeah,
crazy.
man,
They've been
like
out here.
oh yeah, and like that's what I mean. It's like there's people don't know the breadcrumbs that got them to that point. So I guess you could say on a bigger scale, it's just the ones who are the faces of it.
Yeah.
But Toronto's yeah, that's where I was going. Toronto's the weird space because like, Drake is the head of it.
Yeah.
Weekend is the head of it. People that sing, right? But majority of them don't sound like you know what I mean. Like the majority of artists that I know that are coming up aren't trying to sound aren't trying to sound like
Yeah.
um but like like they see that
But he
like
captures
right.
because he's the
Right, and it's weird that
yeah.
that's the concept around it, right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't personally get it, but I
Hmm.
see it. I
Yeah.
know what it is. I can
Yeah.
acknowledge it, and
And then
but
big like
like
that.
but like then if you think about it, the kid Dad and the Rose guy, like that's kind of like the old school sample
Yeah.
hip hop
He's
flow.
technical, lyrical,
Yeah, so like I don't know, maybe that's it. I remember there was a big song back in the day. I don't know if you're around for it. Just touchdown in like
Yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
that was a banger for a
Yeah.
long time, man. And like
Yeah.
there was key artists and there was key sounds that came to that point. But again, like I said, if we're basing it off of Toronto, that's all different things, right? So it's like not
And there's
one
nothing wrong with
specific
that.
thing. Yeah, I think it's beautiful because then you don't know what to expect. And the next big artist could be a reggae artist like Gruff, or could be a hip hop artist
Yeah.
like one of us. It
Yeah.
could
Whomever.
be a heavy metal rock and roll artist. Like uh, it could be anybody. There's
Don't be all of us.
so many elements that can come out of
Yeah.
London.
Yeah. What would you like to see in terms of the infrastructure, music wise?
Likewise, Um, was
Create an ecosystem.
I think a management company, or here's my thing, is like Canadian artists in general usually go through grants, so can big thing that even I haven't gotten is management. Maybe that's something that could get a lot of people that are just like, I'm a rapper, I can manage these artists, so then it becomes the whole thing. And I need someone actually know how to manage business, how to book shows, how to run, how to get, which is something that I've been doing in pocket, and concept of having a I'm like, oh, I'm just thinking about the stress of the show. It's like,
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of
It's
work.
crazy.
And like, people shy away from it as independent artists. Oh, we don't have money to pay a manager or any of that. But I mean, like, if you had an infrastructure based around like arts council, anything to do with Canadian arts grants that could potentially bring independent artists spotlight, because like obviously there's 360 deals and labels, but if there was a management company separate from a label, perhaps maybe there'd be a way to have fair and willing contracts with. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
yeah. I have a mixed love hate relationship.
Yeah.
Um, yes, sure, they're great when you're, but I'm wondering how much time and collectively all artists spend, Canadian artists get grants.
No.
Do Canadian artists spend applying for these grants to get rejected every year? And instead of just like job, not saying count out the grants, they're a blessing. We're lucky to have them, but at the same time, because we have them, the attitude in the business corporate world is different. They're less likely to support artists because they're like, go get grants.
See,
In the States, you
I,
get
I,
easier
I
sponsorship.
think you're wrong there.
Okay.
I think you need to apply yourself.
I've gotten sponsors.
See, then here's my thing. Like, for example, when I did last building the fire tour. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get the paperwork in time, and there was a lot of dates that kind of got mixed up. A lot of things that happened. It was a learning experience. It was an amazing time. I gotta be honest, it was for me one of the most stressful times because I was doing it. Like I had a team, I had a couple of people with me.
This is the grant application.
No, this is for the concert I did, building the
Oh,
fire.
okay, 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 okay.
Um, but how do I put it? Losing my train of thought again, bro. Like, oh my god.
Dang.
This is why I don't hit the pen first. Anyways,
Yeah, no. In terms of the grants versus sponsorships in the States versus US
that's what it
or
was.
versus Canada.
So I asked my one day job, my moving business. They gave me a template, and I get the sauce out of it. So they gave me a template. I looked at it, and I basically wrote all the key elements out of it. And then there's me using it too. I use a chat GPT prompt. I was like, hey, tell me how I can make this work for my business. And it was basically financed here, which I did at the first building the fire, but again we were doing it like on the fly, so it was like I didn't even have time to plan it out. But there was like a tier list, how much you wanted to donate, how much you got for what you donated, and
Yeah,
doing it professionally, right?
yeah,
Um, and a big thing is that like a lot of artists go in. don't know how to speak to people in a suit, speak to a person in the room at the office that is willing to give you this money. They'd be
Yeah,
more than happy to give it to you, but if you're not giving them any plot or any plan
yeah.
or anything
Where's
to
the
look,
ROI?
exactly, what's the point?
Yeah,
And the same thing. Like, what are we doing here? You know,
yeah,
it's and like, so like, that was a big moment for me to be like, oh, right. So now I have that sheet that I can use for the future. Now, hey, you pay a couple hundred, you get this promo. Shout out your logo here. Blah blah blah. You pay a couple grand, you get
yeah.
the whole. You know what I
But
mean?
that's
Like
my
this,
point though,
right?
because with the sponsorship, if you learn that's a skill set that you have to learn and how you
Yeah.
execute, versus grant writing, which is another skill set that you have to learn if you want to do that. I just think if you learn the sponsor skill set, you can potentially generate a lot more fucking money than the grant route because it depends on the adjudicator and how they're feeling that day. To be honest, it can be a great application, but if they just don't feel like it, you just get denied.
Well, let me put it like this: we keep going back to larussel. I swear it's what this
Yeah.
podcast is about today. Apparently,
Yeah.
um, he mentioned that he already spent like a couple million on his craft, which you look at the expenses we spend on ourselves, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like we probably have. We
I
just
haven't
haven't
get that
added
far.
it up. I don't want to add
I was actually
it
gonna make a
up.
video, one of my podcast episodes. I need to do some research because I'm not nearly close to a million, but
How much you spend on time, right?
it's adding up.
So my whole thing with that was like, okay, how did he do that? Well, doing all those things. Now you can't have grants down there, so that's having multiple hustles, having multiple businesses, having those multiple things. And in reality, if you don't know that as an artist already, probably why you're failing is you have to have all of them. You can't just have them. You have to go for the grants. You have to go for the sponsors. You have to go for your own pocket. You have to go for other people's pockets. It's a business,
Of course.
right?
That,
but
yeah.
but you know what I mean. It's like you have to have multiple streams. So maybe it's a shitty T-shirt that you make on the side. If you're making $20 or $10 each T-shirt on the side here, and then this is adding up for your day job here, and then hey, one of those grants went through over here, and like eventually, like
Yeah.
something's got to move.
Yeah.
If you're grinding, something's got to move. But like it has to be at all parts, which is why a lot of artists get gassed out and stop doing it because they're not willing to do that extra mile. Where it's like everything I did was, oh, I was doing this. I was working my day job here, and then at night I was over here, and then like I was doing this while recording on the weekend, and then after the weekend, and I'm back. It takes that consistency constantly, and as long as that goal is in your head, none of that really matters. At least in my mind, and that leads me to go on autopilot sometimes.
Yeah.
But I know that it works out for the greater good.
Yeah.
Because everything that I've wanted in life, I've gotten. So working for it.
Like that's a nonstop grind. My thing is just trying to ultimately it's a bit of a guess. It's a bit of a gamble sometimes, but
Yeah.
figuring out what is the most effective thing to work on at any given time. Because if I'm working on like really scrubbing this one tile because I need to clean the house versus like sweeping the house and getting the shit done so I can move on. What am I in my business polishing that doesn't need to be polished? Where should I focus? And is it grant writing, getting better grants, maybe? Or is it building up this business plan that I can just boom scale as many businesses as I can, get rejected as fast as I can, and
Yeah.
not have to wait 4 months for this? Okay, I got approved. Now I need to give them permission, and I need to write a like do both. Yes, but I'm gonna based off my skill set and my I don't know the way I work, I
Yeah.
found it more effective to go the sponsor route. Maybe someone loves grants and they just from day one or day two or the second year they're crushing it
Right.
and that's their thing. For me, I've been successful with grants, but not as successful.
Well, I think you just like said it right there, right? It's like, while you're waiting for that grant, apply to the businesses, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like, because like that's the biggest thing for me was just so many times I've seen they try one road, doesn't work out. Okay, well,
expect that.
well, of
Expect,
course, like
expect
you
that.
are going to fail 100 times before you get at least one good shot.
Yeah.
If you're lucky at that, right? So it's I can't stress this enough, which nobody wants to hear that, old or young. Nobody wants to hear that. You gotta work hard and you gotta constantly do it. Like,
Honestly,
but
I think I think there's some fucked up people that like. I'm a little bit resonating with it because if I hear that it's super hard and like it's grueling and shit, I know most people are gonna drop. I just don't have to. I just keep on going, and I'll get there. So
yeah.
I like hearing that. What I'm saying.
And you know what? Like, I think like I'm glad you resonate with that because I really internalized myself that I'm just like always take the hard route.
Yeah.
But that's forced me to work harder because I've taken everything uh in a harder way per se. I gotta word that very differently. But but you know what I mean? Like it's I've been on a road where I've had to grind for a lot of different opportunities, and I've even seen it from my own personal life, which is why I'm very in my own self, in my own family, in my own right now, because like people that supported before don't support you when they see you succeed, kind of thing. Where it's like of they think you got it off of nothing because they didn't see you grinding that. They didn't see you up and only getting 2 hours of sleep every night. They didn't see you working on that project on your computer and then going in at 6 a.m. to work your day job and then right after that going to your kids and then working on the next project.
Yeah.
They don't see
They don't
that
care.
part. They don't see
And they don't care.
right. And
They'll,
even if they did see the
they'll
process,
scroll right by it on Instagram without liking.
exactly.
Yo, you came out of nowhere, dog. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? You didn't even see it.
It's funny.
But yeah, man.
I was listening to a podcast. I don't know if you know Alex Hormozy, the business guru, crazy guy. I won't get into all of that. Uh, he was talking about middle phase of entrepreneurship. As artists, we're entrepreneurs.
Yep.
People give you their flowers. They say, "Oh, congratulations for starting."
Right.
And then when you become famous or you become successful, yo, congratulations. Maybe they want to come along for the ride because you're successful now. And maybe some people be like, fuck this guy because he's successful now. But in that in between period, lasts a long time, no one's there. No one's there at 6 a.m. when you're working on that. Then you have to get ready to go to work, but you have to change. So you have to, as the entrepreneur, convince yourself that this is still a good idea and it's going to work out without that certainty.
See how crazy that sounds to the average person?
Nuts.
To the average person, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But I'm sure for you, if not just for me, I'm sure for you, not doing it is crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
because like, what else am I going to do? Like, am I just gonna sit on my ass and do nothing with my life?
Nah.
I want something more. I want to enjoy myself on this plane of life I got. And you know how I enjoy it? By working for it.
Yeah.
Every time I've grinded for something and actually got it, I felt that much more better about it because I grinded for it, It's just, oh man, I love that.
It's funny.
I'm glad you got that in you. It's the grind, man.
It's the grind.
It's the grind.
Well, he gave an example. He said in the Rocky movies, the struggle, the big fucking everything that Rocky had to go through was a 90-second cutscene in the movie, and the rest of it was kind of like celebration, the big fight, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
When in reality, that 90-second cutscene is 5 years of struggle, of just shit pain.
And everybody remembers the montage because it's a montage.
Yeah.
They weren't sitting there every day.
They don't want to watch that. That's boring.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
You know what? It's crazy. I've seen a lot of that with. I've been, like I said, internalizing myself. I started going to gym, working on myself more. Not a lot there. Just the same. How do I put it? God, if I lose my train of thought one more goddamn time, bro.
You said
Well,
you're going to the gym.
going to the gym and like the betterment of self.
Yeah.
Uh, Damn, hold on, rewind it back. What were we
We
talking
were
about before
talking
gym?
about Alex Formosi, the Rocky scene,
So,
montage.
so like the gym part was I thought that I wasn't going to enjoy it because of the fact that I was going alone. And the more I started doing it, I started realizing I just wasn't listening to my body. So like for example, I would wake up every day at 4 in the morning. This is just normal for me. Even if I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna wake up at 4. That's just how my brain's wired.
Still now?
Still not. I don't know why. Don't know what's going on there, but that's always how I am. Started going to gym at 5 in the morning.
Yeah. May as well.
Then I take a nap with my kid when she goes take a nap, and then I'm back and rejuvenated.
Yeah.
And I went to the gym, and I got that all done before my
Yeah.
kids were even awake.
Yeah.
Right?
Distraction free
But
or
like,
minimized.
I didn't internalize myself enough to be like, okay, that's what I want. This is for me, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I used to. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy it, but it was just like it was a chore. It wasn't a fun thing. Now I'm at a point where I love working out. Love the point where I can make myself better for me and
For
for the
you.
things around me
Yeah.
and for the things I enjoy, which is the same thing I'm doing with the music. Is I enjoy making music. I enjoy interacting with people with the music. I enjoy everything about it. So I'm gonna do it when I enjoy
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah. I love doing things. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love
I
collaboration.
love doing things.
Things are fun, bro.
Things and stuff, man. Things and
Things and
stuff.
stuff, man. It's funny.
Oh man.
No, I love collaborating, but solo stuff, like the gym, just kind of hitting that flow state. I, I
It's
sit down and do
there's
it for
nothing.
hours, lock in, and then you can like, if you can lock in, and then I struggle with this, like switching that off and then locking in with like the people that are around you,
Mhm.
whether it's family or friends. Sometimes I struggle with that. I kind of have to like wait, but my what I have to do next after this conversation that I care about, but like shit, like I need to do this thing, you know. Sometimes I struggle turning that off. That's a skill.
I do that at work and I hate that because I feel bad because like some coworkers look at me like maybe I make them feel like I'm an asshole because I'm always mean mugging, but like I'm like bro, I'm lifting like boxes in my back. I'm like talk to me after please.
Yeah.
I'm
Time,
like
place, gotta.
I'm in work mode.
Yeah,
I'm not even looking at you.
yeah.
I do that at the gym too. I feel so bad. I did it the other day. There's
Perfect example.
there's this little native kid. I thought he was my cousin at first, so I started walking towards him, not realizing
What you
pre-workout.
might look
I'm
like. Yeah.
I'm like already like because I just finished the set, and I'm like, this kid's looking at me. I better go check out. And this kid looking at me like, why is this guy walking towards me? And then I looked in the mirror behind him, like, oh God, I look scary. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. I thought you were my cousin. I feel bad because this kid's like looking at me. Why are you staring at me? And I'm just like not even cluing in that I just look crazy because I'm in like my mode. I'm in the
Yeah.
zone, bro. And I do that at work
You're
all the
locked in
time.
sometimes.
I can't conversate, and I feel bad because sometimes customers want to have a whole conversation. I gotta be like, I gotta put the box down. I'm like, I want to focus on this. This is
Yeah.
cool, but
Yeah.
I gotta do one or the other. I
Yeah.
can't do both.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
one track mind, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you're focused.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You can think about multiple things, but then you're not thinking about them as intensely as you would.
right.
And it's kind of like the same thing as a business. You can have multiple businesses, but if you have three businesses and one of your businesses is the same, we're in competition, and I only focus on this business. If you think you are three times more capable than me, that's fucking bold.
Right.
Because I'm only focused on this. I should be doing better. Not to say you can't outperform me, but the likelihood for you to do better if you focus on one thing, probably better. And then you
Well,
can switch your focus when you want.
what's the old North Shore saying? Be scared of the person that practiced the kick 10,000 times. the person that knows 10,000 kicks,
There you go.
right?
There's so much power in that. And yeah, I'm not trying to get kicked by either of those people, but still, but still, you know what I'm saying?
I'd rather not get kicked at all,
Yeah,
but
that one motherfucker. Nah, I'm not doing that. No.
it's like no thanks. Keep the feet away from
Yeah,
me.
you
Like
win.
you
You win.
win. You got it. You got it.
Yes.
Take the belt.
Yeah. No,
No, man.
this has been dope, my man.
Yeah,
How you feeling?
I'm here for it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like we touched on a lot today.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. You know, it's good to kind of explore different ideas. I never get to go out and speak about my mind a bit. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Dope. Dope. I've been doing, I don't know, I think it's been like 2 podcast episodes every week have been going out. I do smaller episodes talking about my own experiences, stories, and then I have other people come on too. Just because I had you on this time doesn't mean I'll be on again. If you
100%.
think, or as things develop, or if there's other things you want to talk about.
Hey, by all
That's fine.
means, we're in the neighborhood, so
I know you said that you're taking a break from creating music right now. You can focus on the album and all the, but last night I learned how to stream onto Twitch, and we can build and record a song in BandLab online. Do you know what BandLab is?
I know a band. We use that at the rap camp all the time.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, yeah. We
I got
teach the
an
kids how to
account.
make beats and all that. Yeah,
Oh, fuck, amazing!
yeah,
So I have my own account here. So you have access to your own account.
yeah.
Perfect. So you can even collaborate from remotely, or you come in here and we can do it live, record it like we are now.
You ever listen to IG's stuff? STR IG?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was trying to put me on Bandland too, and I was
Well,
like, bro, I like to get like kids like to learn this at the camp. I'm like, bro,
that's wild.
I'm like, that's just so cool. I'm like, wow, we're all at a point where we're just
Yeah,
on the fly right now. All right, you got
this
your
is the way to
phone?
do
That's
it, dog.
great.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit. I sent it. Previously I was working with other engineers, and I love that project or process too. I still want to work with others
Yeah.
in that element, but I would have to wait for them to like book it and then send me the stems, and then I would leave the studio. I would have this or the track, and then if I wanted feedback from, I'd have to send it to them, wait for their feedback, then book the studio again, and then I would have to pay for another session.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to do that anymore. Now I can finish it, send you the link. I don't even have to download the MP3 file. I can send you a link and you can listen to it. I'll change it right away.
All right, because the band is online, so you can
It's
just do it
online.
right there. Yeah,
I can do it on
it's
my
so
phone. I
sick.
can do it while sitting in traffic. Not that I'm doing that, but
Yeah.
I'm primarily working on my desktop. I haven't explored with my, but you can sit in your car, which is great for acoustics, and record a full song in your car. You don't have to worry about sound design and all. That's I don't know if you know a niece niece is his artist popped off. He records all his.
That's sick. That is so. I love that because I think a big thing I've seen from a lot of people who have done like years of schooling for it and like been in it like professionally for a while, they go so into perfectionist mode that no bodies of work ever gets. And like for example, I was saying my heart's not in the music that I have catalogs of music that
Yeah.
because they're just not met, not where I'm at no more.
Sure.
And I think like that's a big thing that happens to artists. Oh, I gotta tweak this one thing, or oh, I gotta do this. Don't sound right. I'm like, but when is it gonna sound right?
Bro,
When is it gonna be right? When is it gonna be out?
first and foremost, it's never gonna be right.
Right.
And who knows what's sitting in that catalog of yours, man? You could put those on CDs, sell those as CDs. I know I bought a CD of yours,
Yeah.
but also licensing. I have 2025. I set out a goal of mine. Get 3 songs, like um, none of which financially, but I got 3. I got
Sick.
I got one for 3 different songs. One for Regatta. I got to fly. I
Yeah.
opened for the Whalers. Then I got a feature film and credit film festivals, and then another one at the end of December is a short film, local short film. Do the release. It's an unreleased song of mine. She found it on my Bandcamp,
True.
and she's gonna do a joint release song and the short film. So like, who knows what's sitting in your catalog, and you extra marketing, extra dollars,
True.
even
Yeah,
if you don't
100%.
resonate with it, cash money.
And like, not and like, you see, that's where my head's at. I just kind of want to put it out there. It's those ones, and like,
That's fair. You don't have to put everything out there, but
not
like I'm sure there's
everything.
some stuff that
You know what? I did the last tape I did. Those were from I think 2019, and uh, the lost tapes, and I had like 4 or 5 other songs on there, but files were corrupt or something, and they were from so long ago that they were the only files we had,
yeah,
and so that tape was supposed to be like 5 or 6 tracks long. I only got 2 out. And so, like, there's a lot of that happened too. It's like
yeah,
there
that's
is
fair.
some stuff I would release just to have it out. Oh
Life
man,
that happens.
I'm very sad about that. Shout out Cali G. He moved out to BC, but we had some amazing music from back in the day. Files ain't there, brother. Maybe I could drop it on SoundCloud or YouTube. Maybe just to have the gems
Yeah,
out. But
yeah. Or try and find a remake the re-record it.
man,
Re-record it right here.
yeah, you should make some magic right now, right now. Oh man,
That's funny.
I love it. I
Nice.
love it.
Bigg Zee, where
Hey.
can my 3 or 4 viewers find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at the biggest Zed. Um, Facebook BIGGZEE. Bigg Zee Official Inc. on YouTube. Or just look up same thing, Bigg Zee, 2 G's, 2 E's. On Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff, and you'll probably find me, talking
Talking
something,
about stuff.
doing things and stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you for coming out. It was a good time chatting with you.
It was always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We will definitely be seeing you again in the future.
We're gonna be at it again.
So,
We got a lot more to talk about.
my friends, this is episode number 15 of the Big Lou podcast. My name is Big Lou. This is Bigg Zee. I was gonna say Zed because of the Zed. Bigg Zee. This is Bigg Zee. Both of us are pretty local Londoners. By myself, I say pretty local because you're here your whole life, no?
Well, I've been here in the reserve outside.
Yeah.
Basically, pretty much
This
there.
part of the world. Cool. And we're doing our thing to help elevate the city. If you enjoyed this podcast, let us know. See if guys in person, real life at an event one time, it would be awesome.
Say hi.
Say hi. It really does mean so much. You know what I'm saying? It's not weird. We're normal people.
Yeah, just human beings just trying to create.
Yeah, trying to connect. We actually want to connect with you.
Yeah.
You're not just saying.
That's it. We want the connection. We want to hear your voice.
Yeah, shit.
Tell us what you feel.
It's a lonely world out here. Let's become friends.
Friends,
right.
to me, to you.
Yeah.
Mama P. Good to meet you. The crew.
All right. Ciao, ciao for now. We'll see you in the next episode.
Peace.
Yo,
That's sick, man.
that was an hour and 20 minutes. That's wild.